Workington Reds play their final pre-season friendly tomorrow, and that's at Clitheroe. The season starts a week later at Gainsborough. It seems to have got there quickly. Billy, does it seem to have got there quickly to you?
It does. It really does. The last 6 weeks have flown by, really have. And a lot of credit goes to the lads because they've worked ever so hard in all the things. They've moaned when we put the running on, but they know that it's going to help us and benefit us. And hopefully it gets us off to a good start because that's what we all want. And we've got a really difficult fixture in the first one away, and a really difficult fixture in the first home one against the team that came up, and I think they've done promotion. So they'll be a really strong outfit as well. So, but yeah, our lads have worked really well.
And you pleased with the progress in the tactical sense of things?
Again, because we've not had everybody there, we've only touched on little bits with the tactics. Next week we'll have everybody there, and the reminders of all the things that we were last year. That I stood back last night and watched them from afar, and some of the football and decision making was fantastic. It was a really bright session, and like I say, I get a lot of satisfaction just watching from afar and seeing them develop as footballers, but as a group as well. They've developed and become so close knit that that's a really, really pleasing part for the staff as well.
And no doubt Andy will have fitted in. Andy Douglas will have fitted in well at the at the back. He's done. He knows the club. He knows some of the players, I presume.
Oh, I think he knows everybody.
I called him Andy. I know a lad called Andy. Yeah. Matty, of course.
He's been a really, really good addition. Off the back of Jordan Little leaving, we thought there was a big void, but Matty's come in and, like I say, he's filled that void, and he'll be a big addition to the football club for sure.
And of course, you lost Swings from the back. So, are you thinking of playing Jack Dickinson with him at the back?
Well, there's competition this week now will give us a big decision to make for the first game of the season. But the first game of the season doesn't mean that you're not going to play. If you're not in that group, then we've got 8 games in August. Everybody's going to play some part. So it's a difficult one for managers. It's a difficult one for players because you sort of lose faith. So at the moment, we're just waiting to see what our best combination. We might even change the shape. I don't know yet.
Yeah, right. And at Clitheroe tomorrow, will you try and get as near as you think will you use a lot of players, or you won't use as many tomorrow as you normally do?
I think as we travel, we've got 17 travelling.
Right.
So I'd like to give everybody some minutes, but it won't be 45s and stuff like that. It'll be a team that starts and stops at half time, re-goes again after half time, and then we'll make changes from then on.
Now then, the big thing that was the supporters have been asking me every time I see anybody, Brennan Dickenson, any decision yet?
No, still ongoing. He was supposed to go and play for a team in the northeast last night, but he's pulled out of that with a tight hamstring. He's agreed to go and train with them next week, but I'm going to have a conversation with him over the weekend and just from our point of view, I'm going to see if we can offer something that stops him going and he agrees to sign. Because I'll be honest, we've got his training kit waiting in the bag for him. So I want to be able to hand that over to him. But if it doesn't happen, again, as I've said all the way through, we have to respect his decision and we go from there. There's the scouting department are still throwing names at us all the time. There's some have arisen this morning, so they'll be sort of on a backup to Brennan, who we've said from day one we want him with us. The calibre of player that he is, at the calibre of player that he's shown our fans and other fans, and yeah, we want him to sign a contract with us. That's for sure.
And what about the other lad, the lad in the Isaac Whitehall mould, who hasn't played for a while, but I know you think a lot about him.
I do, yeah. People know the name now. I try to keep his name out. He lad called Alex Baker, who I've known since he was 12-year-old when I first joined Blackburn, and always thought he was a special talent. He's been really unfortunate in the same sense that he's had an abundance of injuries like Isaac has. He left Blackburn, he went on trial to a League Two club last year, and within that he ripped his hamstring off the bone. So he spent the last 12 months recuperating. He's gladly taken our offer to come and join training with us, and maybe at times he's done a bit too much. He went and had a strength and mobility test in Manchester this week, and there's a couple of weak areas that he's got to build on, but he'll still come and train with us at least once a week, and I would love to add him to our group as somebody from the bench, really. Just I know what he can do, and I think 15-20 minutes of him is far better for him than travelling 2 hours to train with us for an hour and 2 hours back. So it's a one that we'll keep monitoring. I did offer him the opportunity to come to Clitheroe tomorrow, but he declined it, as the last time he was there he tore his ACL. So there's a bad memory there. Right. And I understand that totally, having done that same injury myself. And you don't want to tempt fate, but at some point I want him back in the dressing room. I want him in getting changed. I want him doing a warm-up. And whether or not he does play for us at some point, I don't know at the moment, but he's one that football definitely misses. He could have been, and like I say, the injuries have curtailed this. He could have been one that could have stayed and ripped it up in Blackburn's first team, and if not there, then definitely the league below. But we'll pick the pieces up with him. Again, always honest with him. He's honest with us, and he's a fantastic lad from a great family, and we'll keep monitoring and working with him to help him.
Yeah, excellent. This is a long shot, Billy. We haven't even mentioned this, but you're thinking of maybe offering Tyler McGlure the same option that he had last year when he came to us and put himself in the shop window?
I've not had contact with Tyler now for a couple of weeks, but there was a conference club that were wanting his signature. My reply to him was, take it, put yourself in the shop window. So I'll make contact with Tyler probably later today and just see if that has happened. Because the PFA do a good thing, the camps and stuff like that, but I don't think everybody comes out of it with what they go in for to hopefully get a contract. So there's another lad that I made contact with yesterday who went on the PFA camp. Unfortunately, he's ended up injured. He's probably 2 to 3 weeks away, but he's on about going trialing after this. He comes back from this, but it's really difficult when you get into the season and people have spent the money. You know, and this is what happened with Tyler last year. So again, a special talent, the lad that he's
very much. Yeah.
No, this is a different lad, a special talent that probably hasn't played as much football as he should have over the years, maybe because he's gone too high. But at some point, you've got to, like Tyler did, and again, the conversation with Tyler at the start was, you come and use us and we'll use you. And whenever something comes in, then we won't stand in your way. You know, we'll let you go gladly. And that's what I'd like to offer to people that I know will improve the group. So again, there's a few people that I've made contact with and waiting to come back to me, but these people need to play football to be seen by others, because you're quickly forgotten when you've been out of it for a period of time.
Clitheroe, just finally, Billy, Clitheroe, you chose them to try and get a friendly with because you know the background there, you know the managers. Is that why you chose Clitheroe?
No, not at all. We'd tried and then been let down. And I'm in a group with 150 coaches, managers and directors of football, and there was a message went in that group and I jumped on it quickly. They'd been let down by someone at their end.
Right.
So I made contact and we agreed it, and it'd be a really good fixture for us. So league below, good team, good budget that attracts good players. So it'll be a really difficult game for us, and hopefully we can show quite a lot of what we've worked on over the last 6 weeks and finish on a positive note and move on from there and plan from tomorrow for the Gainsborough game.
Yeah, what I didn't mention before, and we'll be talking about your 17, is Brad Carroll going to be among them?
No, Brad's had a little setback again. So he came back, he trained, he nearly got to the end of a session, but something went in the calf again. It's a really peculiar one with him because he'd done all the running when he was away on holiday. He didn't do the first couple of weeks with us, and then he come back and we'd done some running with him to catch up on what the others had missed out on. And he'd finished the session that night, and then the session after, he just had tightness and stuff like that. And
right.
We thought it was just a bit of fatigue, but there seems to be an underlying problem at the moment. So he's in Caitlin's hands at the moment. And I'd say 2 to 3 weeks of patience from his side could help the whole situation.
Right. Thanks for everything, Billy, and all the very best for tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.